Welcome back, dear students. Up till now, we have discussed about the basics of decision theory. We discussed about the three decision-making environment: decision-making under risk, decision-making under certainty, and decision-making under uncertainty. So we have already discussed about decision making under certainty, and we have been discussing about the different approaches or different decision criteria which we follow when we are taking decisions under uncertainty. So far we have discussed about the criteria of optimism, criteria of pessimism, and we also have discussed about the savage criteria or the minimax regret criteria. Today we shall discuss about Hurwitz criteria or criteria of realism. This Hurwitz criteria of realism is also known as weighted average criteria. This is uh, based on the concept of coefficient of optimism. Actually, this is a balance or compromise between the criteria of optimism and criteria of pessimism. We have already seen that under the criteria of pessimism, the decision maker happens to apply the optimistic approach, and he assumes that best will happen to him, and he assuming that he identifies the maximum payoff, and then he maximizes the maximum payoff. So he finds the maximum of the maximum. Whereas in case of the pessimistic approach, when the criteria of pessimism is used, the decision maker is pessimistic and he assumes that the worst will happen to him, and therefore he first of all calculates the minimum payoffs, and then he tries to maximize this minimum payoffs. So these two criteria we have seen earlier, but Harvey suggested that rather than being totally optimistic or totally pessimistic, generally the human beings are realistic. They are neither 100% optimistic nor 100% pessimistic. They are somewhat pessimistic and somewhat optimistic. So their degree of optimism may not be 100% or their degree of pessimism may not be 100%. It could be they could be 60% optimistic. That means their degree of optimism is 60%, whereas their degree of pessimism will be 100 minus 60, that is 40%. So they are 60% optimistic and 40% pessimistic. So this degree of optimism, he called it as alpha. So he gave it a value, and according to him, as one can be either totally optimistic or totally pessimistic. So if somebody is totally pessimistic, his uh, he is 0% optimistic, and when he is totally optimistic, he is 100% optimistic. So for the probability will be 0, degree of optimism will be 0 when he is totally pessimistic, and when he is totally optimistic, the degree of optimism will be 1. And in between, if somebody is only 50% optimistic, so this alpha, which is degree of optimism, will be 0.5. And at the same time, if somebody is 100 is 50% optimistic, then it means that he is 50% pessimistic also. So the degree of pessimism will be 1 minus alpha, that is 1 minus 0.5, that is 0.5. And suppose his degree of optimism is 0.6, somebody is highly optimistic, is more optimistic than pessimistic. So if the degree of optimism is zero point 0.6, and if the degree of optimism is zero point 0.6, that means the degree of pessimism will be 0.4. And suppose somebody is 70% optimistic, so degree of optimism will be zero point 0.7 and degree of pessimism will be 0.3. So this value of alpha represents the degree of optimism, and then 1 minus alpha will represent the degree of pessimism. So Harvey suggested that the decision maker being realistic, he will be somewhat optimistic and somewhat pessimistic. So his degree of optimism will be defined by a term alpha, and we will take the weighted average of the payoffs for the two conditions, when he is pessimistic and when he is optimistic. So accordingly we will calculate the weighted payoff, and then he will try to maximize his weighted payoff if he is dealing with the problem of profit, and he will try to minimize his payoffs if he is dealing with cost or problem related to losses. So let us understand this with the help of an example. So let's again take the same old example of the farmer who wanted to plant a crop. He has three alternatives: crop A, crop B, and crop C. His estimated conditional profits under three states of nature: high rainfall, medium rainfall, and low rainfall has been given here. So for the combination of crop A and high rainfall, the expected profit is 8,000, and similarly for the combination of alternative crop B and estimated conditional profit, the state of nature high rainfall, the estimated conditional profit is 3,500. In this way all the payoffs are given here, conditional profits are given for the combination of alternative and states of nature. Now if this farmer wishes to plant only one crop, we have to decide which should be his best crop by using Hurwitz criteria or criteria of realism, and here it is given that the farmer's degree of realism is 0.6. So how do we solve this problem? So first of all, we uh, introduce these three columns: one for the uh, maximum payoff, one for the minimum payoff, and the third for H value, which is the weighted average of these maximum and minimum payoff. The weights being here, for the maximum the weight is alpha, and for the minimum payoff the weight is 1 minus alpha. Alpha means the degree of optimism, and 1 minus alpha means the degree of pessimism. So we already have this information. The three alternative crops are here, the three states of nature are there, and we have the conditional profit values given for the combination of the alternative and state of nature. So these values are already known to us. So what we do is we first of all calculate the maximum payoff for a given alternative. So here the decision maker is optimistic. He is thinking positive, and he will think that best will happen, and then he will, if the best will happen, that means he will get the best payoff, maximum payoff. So here for crop A, the maximum payoff is 8,000. That means being optimistic, he will think that the high rainfall will take place, and his maximum payoff is 8,000. But he is not totally optimistic. He is only 60% optimistic because the alpha value is given as 0.6. So he is 60% optimistic. So and he is at the same time he is 40% pessimistic. He also thinks that 40% chance are there that there will be low rainfall. He thinks that there are 60% chance that there will be high rainfall, and he also thinks that there will be 40% chance when the rainfall will be low and he will earn the minimum profit. So we also write down the minimum profit when he assumes that the conditions will be worst. So the weight, since we have to take the weighted average of these two payoffs, So what will be the weight assigned to these payoffs? For maximum payoff, we will assign a weight of 60%. That means 0.60, because there are 60% chance that the rainfall will be high and he will get the maximum payoff, and there is 40% chance that the rainfall will be low and he will get the minimum payoff. So 8000 multiplied by zero point 0.6 plus 2000 multiplied by zero point 0.4 will give us the H value. We will calculate the H value, which is the weighted average of these two maximum and minimum payoffs. So 8000 multiplied by zero point 0.6 plus 2000 multiplied by zero point 0.4 will give us 5600. Similarly, for the second alternative crop B, we will again find the maximum payoff, which corresponds to the low rainfall, and here he thinks that there are 60% chance that the low rainfall will happen and he will earn the payoff of 5000 rupees. And at the same time he is thinking that there is 40% chance that there will be high rainfall and his conditional profit will be 3500. So we have listed these two conditional profit, when the maximum conditional profit and minimum conditional profit. Now we will take the weighted average of these two, which is the H value. So 5000 multiplied by zero point 0.6, here the weight being the coefficient of optimism, and here the weight being the coefficient of pessimism. So 5000 multiplied by zero point 0.6 plus 3500 multiplied by zero point 0.4 will give us 4400. Then for the crop C, now when he is again 60% uh, optimistic that there will be high or medium rainfalls and he will get the maximum payoff. So since the maximum payoff corresponds to the two states of nature, high and medium, he might think that either there will be high rainfall or there will be medium rainfall. So accordingly, his maximum payoff will be 5000 here, and he is 40% pessimistic also. So he thinks that there are 40% chance that the rainfall will be low and his conditional profit will be 4000 rupees. Now we will take the weighted average of these two payoffs, maximum payoff and minimum payoff. So 5000 multiplied by zero point 0.6, here the weight is degree of optimism and here the weight is degree of pessimism. So 5000 multiplied by zero point 0.6 plus 4000 multiplied by zero point 0.4. 5000 multiplied by zero point 0.6 plus 4000 multiplied by zero point 0.4 will give us 5400. So in this way, we have calculated the H values or the weighted average of the maximum and minimum payoff for all the three alternatives, and out of these three uh, H values for the three alternatives, we will select the maximum one. So the maximum value corresponds to alternative 1 A. The maximum value is 5600, which corresponds to alternative A. Therefore the farmer will decide to plant crop A, which will yield him the maximum payoff. And he is being realistic here. He is not totally pessimistic or totally optimistic. He is 60% optimistic and 40% pessimistic, which is a realistic approach. So here, since the maximum value of H is 5600, which corresponds to the alternative crop A, hence the farmer should plant crop A. Now let us take the example where the decision maker is dealing with the cost. So again, our same old example, there is a manufacturer who wants to produce one of the four products A, B, C and D, and the cost of manufacture of the products under the condition events N1, N2, N3 and N4 are given in the table below. There are four products A, B, C and D, and there are four uh, states of nature or events N1, N2, N3 and N4, and we have been given the estimated conditional cost for the combination of alternative and states of nature. If the manufacturer manufactures product A and state of nature N1 happens, then his conditional cost is 1200. Similarly, if he plants crop B and the state of nature N2 takes place, then his conditional cost is 2500. Look at this. If he plants crop B and the state of nature N2 takes place, then he earns a profit. He has to incur a cost of 2500. Similarly, all other cost values are given here. Now we have to determine the best product to be manufactured by using Hurwitz criteria or criteria of realism, and here it is given that manufacturer's degree of optimism is 0.5. Now again we will construct a payoff table. These informations are already given to us, the 4 alternative products, the estimated conditional cost for the 4 states of nature has been given in the question, and we are also given that the coefficient of optimism is 0.5. Now here again we will calculate the payoff when the decision maker is optimistic and when the decision maker is pessimistic. Now here there is a difference. Since it is a problem of cost, when the decision maker is optimistic, he will assume that he will have to incur minimum cost. In the previous example, the problem was the decision maker was dealing with profit. So when he was optimistic, he was thinking that he will earn more profit. Here he will, as he is dealing with the problem of cost, he will think, when he is optimistic, he will think that he will be able to manufacture the product at lesser cost, at minimum cost. So here we will first calculate the minimum, and this will correspond to the optimistic approach, and then we will calculate the maximum cost, which will correspond to the pessimistic approach. So here again we will be taking the weighted average, but the weights will the payoffs will differ. Earlier we were multiplying the maximum payoff with the degree of optimism, but here we will multiply the degree of optimism will be taken as weight for the minimum payoff, because being optimistic he will think that the payoff will be minimum, and being pessimistic he will think that the payoff will be maximum. So once again we will calculate the minimum and maximum cost values. So when the decision maker is the manufacturer is manufacturing product A, he will being optimistic, he will think that that state of nature will take place where his cost is minimum. So he will assume that N3 will take place and his minimum cost value is 700. He is being optimistic here. So when we will take the weighted average, we will multiply this value by coefficient of optimism, which is alpha, which is given as 0.5 here. And being pessimistic, when he is thinks that there is 50% chance of he getting the maximum profit. He is 50% optimistic, and at the same time he is 50% pessimistic also. So 50% he thinks that he will earn the minimum, he will have to incur the maximum cost, and that will happen when the state of nature N2 will take place. So he also thinks 50% is thinking that he will be earning, he will be everything will go in his favor, and he will have to spend only 700 rupees, the minimum amount. And 50% he is pessimistic also, he thinks that worst can happen, there is 50% chance that the worst can happen. So in that case, if worst happens, he will have to incur a cost of 2700 rupees. So we have written both these values. The minimum cost is 700 and maximum cost is 2700, and accordingly we have taken the weighted average by multiplying 700 by alpha, the coefficient of optimism, and 2700 by 1 minus alpha, coefficient of pessimism. So since it is 50%, so both the values will be 50%. 1 minus alpha will also be 0.5 and alpha is also 0.5. So we calculated the weighted average of the cost. Then for the second alternative, once again we have calculated the minimum cost value, which corresponds to state of nature N1, and then we also identified the maximum cost value. Here the decision maker is optimistic, he is 50% optimistic that he will be able to manufacture the product at minimum cost, and he is 50% pessimistic also. He thinks that he will have to incur maximum cost for manufacturing the product B. So in that case his maximum cost is 2500. Then we will again calculate the weighted average, 900 multiplied by degree of coefficient of optimism, 2500 multiplied by coefficient of pessimism. So 900 into 0.5 plus 2500 into 0.5 is equal to 1700. Then for the next alternative, we will again calculate the minimum cost and maximum cost. So 50% he is optimistic, so he thinks that he will have to incur the minimum cost, and that minimum cost is 1400. And 50% is pessimistic, he thinks that the maximum cost he will have to incur, and that is 2300. That happens for state of nature N2 and state of nature N3. So any of these two may happen, and in that case he will have to incur a cost of 2300. So again we will calculate the weighted average of these two cost values. So for 1400 multiplied by degree of optimism plus 2300 multiplied by degree of pessimism. So 1400 multiplied by 0.5 plus 2300 multiplied by 0.5 will give us 1850. Then for the fourth alternative, we will calculate, we will find out the minimum cost value, which is 1700 in this case, which corresponds to the state of nature N2. So being 50% optimistic, he will assume that state of nature N2 will take place, and he will have to incur only the minimum cost, that is 1700. And being 50% pessimistic, he will assume that state of nature N3 will happen, and he will have to incur 32,000 as cost. So these two cost values we have identified. Now we will take the weighted average of these two, that is 1700 into 0.5 plus 3200 into 0.5, that will give us 2450. Now he will try to minimize his cost. So out of these four cost values, which the weighted which we have he has calculated using the weighted average, he will try to minimize his cost. So he will look for the minimum value, and now he sees that there are two values which are minimum, 1700 for the crop B and 1700 for crop A. So either he can choose crop A or he can choose crop B. So here, since the minimum value of H is 1700, which correspond to alternative product A and product B, hence the manufacturer should produce either product A or the product B. So this is how he takes the decision under uncertainty using Hurwitz criteria. So I hope this is clear to you all. Thank you.